We're live from Coach Bob Smith Field here at College of the Ozarks. Adam Smith alongside Coach Jim Julian from the Glendale Falcons, a former coach in the SWCL. Coach Julian, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Adam. Thanks for having me. It's good to see some SWCL baseball again.
Batter today is Duncan Harder after Henry, we believe, grounded out to the second baseman. Line out to second. Here's the next one now, bobbled. Oh, on to first, and Conrad will get the error. So error on Chase Conrad, who's the starting pitcher tonight. Is going to bring up now Peyton Gold. Peyton Gold is the catcher tonight for the Billings Wildcats. Both these teams played before the Crane Fall Woodbat Tournament, which we believe was the second week of the fall season for Crane and Billings. So coming into this game, Coach, what are you hoping to see from both these teams of Crane and Billings?
Well, I expect to see some well-played baseball, executing fundamentally. Both teams are well coached and do things right, and teams are going to have to hit the ball and execute offensively because it's going to be well pitched and well defended, I think.
Darren Terrell blocks that pitch in the dirt. It's 1-0. Pirates coming into this game with a record of 13-7, which we don't know the record for Billings. So with that team, Crane coming into this game with a record of 17-7, as that pitch is going to be swung on and flied. And there's out number 2, quickly and quietly, as Gold flies out to the center fielder. So Crane coming into this game with a record of 13-4. What do you hope to be seeing in this game from Crane? What's Crane going to be delivering against Billings tonight?
Well, they're gonna hit the ball. They're going to bunt when needed and hit and run. Coach Harmon always looks to put pressure on the defense, so look for him to try to steal some bases, bunt and run, hit and run, wide variety of things like that. But they'll be aggressive.
Definitely being aggressive. What about for Billings tonight?
Kind of the same thing. They're always going to put the ball in play and make you field it. I haven't seen them for a couple of years. They graduated a lot since I've seen them, but they used to always have a big slugger or two right in the middle of their lineup. But they're always going to put the ball in play and be pesky hitters nonetheless.
Same thing for the Pirates as well. They could be pesky as well.
Yeah.
Ooh, 2 balls, no strikes on Tyler Essick, the batter for the Billings Wildcats, with 2 away. 2 balls, no strikes.
They've always got an Essick, don't they? Seems like there's always an Essick in the Billings lineup.
Same thing as Crane. There's either a Vaught or there's an Essery.
Yeah, exactly.
2-1 now on Essick, the batter for these Billings Wildcats. Almost every small town that we've been to that's around here, there is always a common last name.
Yep.
2 balls, 1 strike on Mr. Tyler Essick. 3-2 now, or pardon me, 3-1 on Essick. Conrad, one of these little guys, he can definitely be a threat on base.
Conrad, that's a pretty popular name around Crane, isn't it?
Oh yeah, Coach Bob Conrad.
Yeah. Is this his nephew, grandson?
Grandson, that's his grandson. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 out on Tyler Essick. The 3-1 from Conrad. And that will give Essick the walk. So that will put Billings on first and second base. First and second with 2 runners out. What's Billings going to be looking for with this in this situation? Tanner Gordon now coming up to the plate. What's Billings going to be looking for with 2 away here in the top of the first?
The runner in scoring position, you always want to look early. He's going to try to get ahead. There's a fastball early.
Oh, nice play by, which we believe that was
Shortstop.
that was a shortstop, which we believe that was Isaac Robinson who made that play.
It's a good play to save a run.
Did save a run, but you
Yeah.
got bases loaded now.
Yeah.
Bases loaded, 2 away here in the top of the first inning between the Pirates and the Wildcats.
Ooh, that's a good pitch.
Good pitch there. 1 ball, no strikes. Wildcats have the bases loaded here in the top of inning number 1. Next pitch from Conrad. Strike 1, says the home plate umpire. One ball, 1 strike. Now that play there by the shortstop, that definitely did save that ball going to the outfield, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. That was a good play to keep it on the infield, make them string a couple hits together to score here. Good breaking ball right there by Conrad.
1 ball, 2 strikes with Conrad a strike away. Here's a 1-2, swinging a foul ball towards the Crane dugout. Crane the home team, and Billings is the visitors on the scoreboard tonight for Game 2 of this SWCL semifinal. Winner will go and play in the championship round against Purdy. Now with you being at Forsyth, what have you seen from Purdy?
Kind of the same thing, as Crane and Billings that I've seen. They're really well coached. Coach Hughes is passionate, and that shows in his players. They always play hard and never give up.
It's going to be a rifled base hit that's going to score 2. So the Wildcats on the board early. Save, says the home plate umpire. Coach Harmon now is going to go out to protest the call there at the plate. Pretty fast walk there by Coach Harmon.
Yeah, he's on a mission. He's wanting to know, he tagged him up on the leg or the foot. He's wanting to know if he was to the plate by the time that he got him on the tag.
Thing is about Harmon is he knows the game of baseball very well. Hayden Fender now the batter. After that, we believe it was an RBI single.
Yeah, 2 RBI single.
2 RBI single from by Trent Blankenship. 1 ball, no strikes now on Mr. Fender. Fender, a tall, lanky kid. We don't know if he's going to be pitching tonight, but we shall see once the next half inning of play comes up. Swing and a miss. Now 1 ball, 1 strike.
He's out.
Ooh, tagged him out as Fender's AB will come to an end. We're going now to the bottom of the first inning. It's a 2-0 lead, Billings over Crane.
You would move that fork here so the glare on it, and just move this table over, or will it reach?
I'm plugged in right here, and I'll have that.
What's going on?
Are you the color guy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
I've already pulled out just a bit outside several times. That's all I see. How you been?
Good, good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean though with the glare?
Yeah.
If we can get it.
Oh shoot.
See you
Just
just
don't
in
stare
there.
at me to get there.
Right there, you're good.
I do have a longer charger, but unfortunately,
How's everything at camp?
Good.
Good.
Hot and rainy.
Yeah. That's to be expected though.
Hello.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. I'm gonna get out before you start talking.
Apply for an interview in the 6th.
Roger. Huh? can't see third. Welcome back to Coach Bob Smith Field here at College of the Ozarks. 2-0 lead for the Billings Wildcats. Heath Quick, the batter for these Pirates. Here in the bottom half of inning number 1. That looks better. I can see. Coach Bob Smith Field here from College of the Ozarks as Quick will go down swinging, strike 3. That will bring up now Chase Conrad, a speedy shortstop, or pardon me, speedy pitcher for these Crane Pirates. What's your scouting report here on Chase Conrad, Coach Julian?
You can tell he's a competitor, kind of fiery. He's got a lot of fast twitch muscles, so moves around a lot, but looks like he's a pretty athletic guy, strong, can run.
Strong and can run. 1 ball, no strikes now on Chase Conrad. Here's a 1-0. Ooh, outside, and 1 ball, 1 strike. Not the call that Conrad wanted, neither the call that Coach Harmon wanted from the home plate umpire.
Yeah, that was a little iffy.
Swinging a foul, now strike 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes on Mr. Conrad. And now as we get out of this tournament and we head into the spring, even though this tournament's not over yet, what do you think Crane's going to be looking? How do you think both these teams are going to do come springtime in March?
I bet they'll be competing for the conference title. You know, both of them just from this one inning I've seen so far. Pretty athletic. Billings got some big old guys athletically, and like I said, Cranes can always fight and scrap.
Fly out to shortstop, and there's out number 2 quickly and quietly for the Wildcats. And that will bring up now Darren Terrell, the final hope here in the bottom of the first inning for the Pirates. Darren Terrell, the batter, he is the catcher tonight for the Pirates. And apparently you've not seen a lot of these players tonight between Crane and Billings. But you know with the history between these two teams, what is it that makes these teams so good during the fall and spring seasons?
I think it just goes back to 1, tradition, and 2, coaching. Especially Crane has had a long tradition of very good baseball teams, and 2 class guys with Bob Conrad and Brian Harmon that have. Harmon was an assistant for Conrad, so these kids from the age they could start walking and playing catch have been kind of just instilled with the tradition of Crane baseball. So, I think that goes a long way. Those coaches in the communities do a lot to promote it and keep the fire going.
2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs now on Darren Terrell. Only with nobody on base and 2 away here in the bottom of the first inning. Pirates did have that rough inning with Conrad, and what we have seen this fall is Conrad can definitely slam the door once he comes up to the pit or comes up to the mound. So nobody on base, no hits, no runs, no errors. And we're going now to the top of the second inning. It is a 2-0 Billings lead over Crane.
There we go.
I kind of wish they had more outlets in here.
Yeah. I guess we could have kept it right there.
Yeah.
I would have thought about the lights earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Decided to move everything.
Oh, well.
That works fine. That's pretty
Yeah. I mean, the thing
You wanna move it
is,
back?
you can't see third base. Yeah, let's move it back. So.
Okay.
Screw this over. Thank you, sir. Plug this in right here. Oh, yeah.
Reach it. I got it.
There we go. I didn't know this would be as bad as for a college press box without any.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're back on.
Mostly from over there.
Welcome back to Coach Bob Smith Field here at College of the Ozarks. Adam Smith, Jim Julian joining you guys today here for Game 2 of the SWCL semifinal game between Crane and Billings. Both these teams about 11 miles apart from each other. Billings has had some history where they won a state championship back in 1990. Plus the Pirates have also had history going to the Final Four, but Harmon has not been to the Final Four since 1993 when he was an assistant coach for Coach Bob Conrad. So Coach Julian, could you see Coach Harmon taking his team to O'Fallon next spring?
Yeah, I think so. He's got a lot of good athletes. Got some good pitching, fairly deep, I think. But I know they're going to be well disciplined enough and competitors enough that once they get in district play, no matter how they're doing in the spring, anything can happen.
Anything can happen in the spring. Brian Terry, the batter now for the Billings Wildcats. His first pitch to him. Check the swing, 1 ball, no strikes on Mr. Terry. Now we move on from Class 2 SWCL now to the Class 5 OC. And what are some changes that have happened in the OC that will be different come spring 2019?
Joplin is out of the conference and Central replaced them, so that's one change. We're still going to play Joplin on our schedule and just added Central, but other than that, it's going to be competitive baseball, night in, night out, no matter who you're playing. Some long, tough road trips. It's tough to play in some of those parks.
Pitch blocked in the dirt or off of Terrell's mitt. As it'll be a walk now to Brian Terry. Billings coming out with a lot of fire. What we remember in the last game, they destroyed Southwest by a score of 15-3 back at Galena.
Yikes.
So with that's gonna spew a lot of fire for Billings. But if we say like we come to the 4th inning or we go to the 5th inning or 6th or 7th inning, do you think Billings is gonna run out of gas soon?
I don't know. That's time will tell. It kind of depends on. They had a pretty smooth first inning. If they can have 2 or 3 or 4 smooth innings like that without any stress, then I think they can. Their pitcher looks pretty strong. He can get to the 7th, but Crane's got to get some runners on base and work some counts. Kind of a floating strike zone right now. I know Coach Harmon had a little issue with it, previous batter, but just got to take what the umpire gives you and figure it out and go from there.
Oh, pass ball as Terry is off to the races, but he'll stop at second. 2-0 our score between Billings and Crane. Both these teams 11 miles apart from each other. Billings right up to the north there along Highway 60 as you head towards Springfield, or head away from Springfield towards Monette, Aurora, Marionville area, and just past Republic. No balls, no strikes. Next pitch from Conrad. Blocked in the dirt by Terrell. So definitely with Terrell blocking blocking a lot of pitches in the dirt. What does that have to say for a catcher like that? Because it saves a lot of base runners, doesn't it?
Yeah, that gives the pitcher more confidence too. He can, like that pitch right there, kind of throw a pitch in the dirt and see if the batter will chase it. He got confidence that his catcher can block it and not let it go to the backstop.
2 balls, no strikes on Nate Hunt, the batter, for now 2-1 on Hunt. Not Conrad's day today they're on the mound. But the thing is, once you get him, or once you get him into the game and locked in. Bobbled throw on to first, and there's out number 3. As we're going now to the bottom of the second inning, it is a 2-0 Billings lead over Crane. What was that? 'Cause I scored that as single, and I scored
Walk.
a walk, and then double play maybe. Or no,
Let's see what did happen.
no. I think Fender may have gotten called. No. Fender got picked off and double play.
Yeah.
Picked off. And then maybe that did a triple play. You think?
No, that was last one. Just a ground ball to second. What was that? Did he
Double play.
double play before that? Did a ground ball to second? Yeah.
Okay, so
Who's gonna win the Yankees Red Sox game tonight?
I'm debating on the Yankees. They got a lot of home run. Okay, so that.
Yeah, just see that home run that Judge hit the other night.
We're at
City.
the
At
Boston game.
Yeah.
At Boston. I did not see that one.
He crushed it.
Golly.
He's so big.
He's a big dude. So is Stanton.
Yeah. These guys are just monsters.
Oh my word! Just think getting those up against the Cardinals.
Yeah. What are the Cardinals going to do this offseason?
I heard somebody might go for Bryce Harper.
Yeah, heard that too.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like that, honestly.
So Hunt grounded into a second for a double play, right?
Heard that like that.
So Fender may have gotten thrown out. Maybe he's trying to steal. Welcome back to Coach Bob Smith Field here at College of the Ozarks. Bryson Branstad are definitely a big bat for the Crane Pirates. And he has been sensational for key moments. As he will get Brent's.
F7. Just got that one on the handle a little bit. Just missed that one. Got it on the handle a little bit. Got jammed a little. Long fly out to left field though.
So long fly out to left field. So it went away. Ooh, ball gets away, but there's nobody on base for Nick Brannon. Nick Brannon, who has homered twice this fall. Who do you know? Or what do you know? Could he put one in the outfield?
I don't know. That gap over there in left center looks pretty inviting.
Sure does.
Gonna try to bunt.
Showing bunt. But he jackknives out of the way. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now as we look at the postseason now, which it was the Dodgers against the Braves, and last we saw it was 6-2 Dodgers.
Yeah, Machado hit a 3-run homer right before I left to come here. Kind of put it out of reach a little bit. But Yankees, Red Sox tonight. You like the Yankees?
I do like the Yankees. They do have a lot of big bats. You got Judge, you got Stanton, you got Gleyber Torres. Who else you got? You got Gleyber Torres. You got Gary Sanchez. I mean, that is a stacked lineup. It's kind of like it's basically like an American League version of the Chicago Cubs.
Yeah.
Where you have a lot of power bats.
Boston's up 1-0 early. Looks like Vasquez reached on an infield single.
So 2 away here in the bottom of the first inning, swinging a foul back towards us. No balls and 1 strike on Isaac Robinson, the batter for these Crane Pirates. No balls and 1 strike. There's the 0-1, swinging a high pop-up center. Whoa, and that will be it for the Pirates half here in the bottom of the second inning. We're going down to the top of the third inning. It's 2-0 Billings over Crane.
Nice quick inning for him.
Okay, so
Some weather report wrong that how it happened.
okay, so Robinson, he flew out to was it the left fielder or center fielder or right fielder?
Last hitter,
Yeah,
center field.
center field. FO 8. That's kind of how I. That's basically how I score it. FO GO PO LO.
Line out,
Huh?
line out, fly out.
Line out, fly out, pop out, ground out. Got 2 people watching. Sweet.
Is that microphone on all the time? Like if they
Yeah.
We're too loud.
Yeah. Welcome back to Coach Bob Smith Field here at College of the Ozarks. Jake Henry, the batter for these Billings Wildcats, who lined out to the second baseman. He rifles one. Whoa! Almost made that play, but it goes into the outfield for a base hit. So Henry will be on for an infield single, or pardon me, for a single. So that's going to bring up now Duncan Harder, who reached on an error his last plate appearance. Oh, pardon me, that would be Peyton Gold. Peyton Gold, who flew out to center his last plate appearance. Two nothing Billings, our score. It's a pitch from Conrad.
I don't know what Conrad's pitch count is, but he's already kind of creeping up there, it seems like.
Definitely creeping up there. So Harmon will have to go out and check on him. Little roller. Shortstop. Oh, and almost
that went all the way out.
all the way out. Wild throw. So Harmon's going to go out there. As he will now talk to the bases umpire. Harmon not having it with the officiating today.
No, he's having a rough night so far. I think he's asking for an interference at second.
Who knows?
I don't think he slid. He may have veered out towards center, but I honestly took my eyes off it. Yeah, and they're going to call him out. I guess he did.
So out. So we're going to have 2 outs now.
Here comes Coach Cherry to ask for a clarification.
Coach Cherry will come out and ask for the clarification. So they have not posted the second out on the scoreboard. So it was a heads-up play there at second
Yeah.
with the interference. And I'm sure you've had history with Mish's umpires before, haven't you?
Yeah, a little bit. You know, they're always right. Can't see me winking right now, but no, sometimes I interpret the rules a little different than they do, but that's part of the game. It's fun.
Now does the officiating change, say, if you're coming from Class 2 to Class 5 in high school baseball here in Missouri?
No. We go through the same umpire association, or have when I was at Forsyth, and still do at Glendale. So get a lot of the same guys.
0-1 the count now on Essick. Oh, and 2 the count, 2 away here on Tyler Essick, the batter for the Wildcats. The 0-2. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes. So thing is about Conrad is he's going to have to get that last out.
Yeah.
And that last out in each inning is not easy.
Got 2 strikes on the hitter right now. A good pitch right here. Kind of floated that curveball.
1 ball, 2 strikes now, 2-2. So with the count even, he's going to have. What do you think that Conrad's going to be throwing?
Ooh. Well, that was a fastball down the middle. I don't know. That's nobody on base, 2 outs. You got a challenge right there, even if it is Essick. I think he's a 3-hole hitter.
We believe, yes.
So
No.
nobody on base. You got to challenge him. I mean, good hitters get out 6 out of 10 times. So that time it worked in his favor, though.
That will bring up now. Bring up.
Another one away. They're having a hard time with the pickoffs. I don't know if it's a night game or for some reason they just can't get it together. It's 2 they've thrown away trying to pick somebody off, and that puts a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, that's one thing that Harmon does not like is errors.
Yeah.
Errors and throwing the ball away.
Yeah, that's really frustrating when you're helping the team out that you're playing, giving them free bases, and now he cruised through 2 outs. Now he's in a little bit of hot water. Let's see if he can pitch out of it.
Swinging a loud dinker. Whoa, and that almost would have been out number 3. But they do keep the runners. At first and third. So first and third, 2 outs. So if any run is scored, it's going to be an unearned run on Conrad.
Yeah, right there. I think that was the third baseman's ball. He should have just kept going at it. It's kind of in no man's land, but with 2 outs, you got to be thinking aggressively and go get that ball and make a strong throw across. But no runs on the board yet. Still 2 outs. Can't get frustrated. Just make good pitches right here. Don't worry about runners.
Swinging a whoa, and that is another base hit. That's going to score 1 run. That'll be an RBI single that was on Trent Blankenship. 3-0 Billings, our score. Billings playing with a lot of fire tonight, haven't they?
Yeah, they're taking good at bats and not chasing a lot of pitches. Like that one, that's a pretty good pitch, but good plate discipline right there to lay off.
Good play discipline by Fender. Fender, who singled his last plate appearance, also, which we believe he was called out there at.
He was forced at second on the
Forced at second.
interference.
One thing is about baseball, you don't want to take your eyes off.
Yeah.
2 balls, no strikes. Only 2 outs, or already 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd inning. 2-1 the count on Hayden Fender. So the thing is, the Pirates are going to have to get some big base hits tonight. Runner showing lead. Both runners taking lead. Swinging a roper. That is going to be caught, and that will save 2 runs. And that will put an end to this top half of inning number 3. We're going to the bottom of the 3rd inning. It is a 3-0 Billings lead over Crane. Okay. So Fender, that would be a fly out to center. Or no, that'd be a line out, right?
Yeah, it's probably laying.
What happened in the Braves-Dodgers game?
6-2 final.
Oh, so Braves are out?
Yeah.
Darn, I had been going all the way to the World Series.
Really?
Yeah, against the Astros.
I was rooting for them. Astros won today.
Oh yeah, they're done. They're ahead of the NLCS, so. Oh, Brewers and Dodgers. Who are you picking in that one?
Oh, excuse me. Man, the Dodgers are tough.
Dodgers are tough.
Brewers have a lot of momentum, though, but I'm going to pick the Dodgers, I think.
Dodgers would be
I'd like to see the Brewers win, but
win it all.
no.
No.
No. I'd like to see the Yankees win it all, kind of. I don't know why.
Let's see, what did Essick do? Welcome back to Coach Bob Smith Field here at College of the Ozarks. 3-0 our score between Crane and Billings. Pirates are going to have to get some base runners and some big hits. Ooh, outside on Chase Conrad now, 1 ball, no strikes. Or pardon me, on Isaiah Smith. 1-0. Next pitch. Floater outside now. 2 balls and no strikes. Two balls and no strikes on Mr. Isaiah Smith. What are you hoping for with 2 balls and no strikes on Smith? Swing and a miss. 2-1.
Anytime as a hitter you're ahead in the count, especially 2-0, you're looking for, you know, a fastball right where you like to hit it, whether it's inside or outside or wherever. But you're just gearing up for that, and if it's not there, then let it go, and you're still ahead in the count.
3 balls and 1 strike now on Mr. Isaiah Smith.
Same approach right here. You're looking for something fat, something you can hit in the gap.
There's a 3-1, swinging a high pop-up. It's going to be and caught for out number 1 as Isaiah Smith's going to go down quickly and quietly. So if we get a scoring update from the National League Division Series, it was the LA Dodgers against the Atlanta Braves by a score of 6-2. So the LA Dodgers will now take on the Milwaukee Brewers. And Houston will be awaiting the winner between Boston and New York, which is being played now at Yankee Stadium there in New York. It's a 1-0 lead for the Red Sox over the Yankees, and the Houston Astros crushed the Cleveland Indians by a score of 11-3. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out on Zane Compton. 2 balls and 1 strike. Harmon calling time. Harmon getting frustrated with those umpires.
Yeah, I think he's got a little bit of reason to too. The zone's kind of floating and
Foul ball. And another out, so that will make it now 2 outs. That'll bring up for Zane Compton. So a fly out there in foul territory for Zane Compton. It's going to bring up now Seth Steele. Two away here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 1 ball, no strikes on Seth Steele. There's a 1-0. 1-1 now on Steele. So he manages to even the count there at 1 ball and 1 strike.
And Crane just needs to get a base runner.
1 ball, 2 strikes now on Steele. So he'll get out of the batter's box and he'll redeem himself.
Looks like they need a little confidence at the plate. They're kind of pressing right now, down 3-0. Just gotta keep being
Upstairs
patient.
now,
Try to work your way on base.
2-2. Pirates have struggled when they've been away from Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium this fall. Swinging a little tapper foul. And Pirates have also been coming off a thriller game against Blue Eye there at Galena on Saturday. It was an 11-6 Crane win over the Bulldogs.
Sounds like an exciting game.
Definitely an exciting game. Ooh, inside, and 3-2 now on Seth Steele. Anything can happen in a baseball game, can it?
Yeah, see, they're just having a good at bat right here. Just take a deep breath. Don't expand your zone, but you just need to try to get on base right here, not do too much.
It's a 3-2. Oh, inside, and that will give Seth Steele a base. So something's cooking in the Pirates' kitchen now. As Seth Steele will trot to first base. Heath Quick now the batter, as he'll get another swing as he struck out swinging his last plate appearance.
Yeah, got to be a leadoff hitter right now. They got a gift with the 9-hole getting a walk. But hey, even with 2 outs, you can manufacture a run right here and get right back in it and shift a little momentum.
thing is for Billings is every run that scores now will be unearned.
Yeah.
Inside. 1 ball, no strikes. As he
He's
manages
struggling a little bit now. The last couple of hitters finding the strike zone. So as a hitter, you don't want to expand it and swinging something off the plate. You want to make a small zone and make him throw strikes, make him prove that he can hit something hard.
1 ball, no strikes on Mr. Heath Quick.
Oh, 2-0.
2-0 now on Quick. Quick, who's been able to, who has actually shown some power, and he can rifle some baseballs into the outfield. The Pirates have not been able to find the outfield tonight.
Runner right here runner at first needs to anticipate with the 2-0 count that he's going to get something to hit and be ready to run, so you get a good jump, maybe score from first on something down the line or in a gap. I know Coach Harmon will be aggressive. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
2 balls, no strikes, 2 away here in the bottom of the third inning. So 2-0, he's swinging a roper. That's going to be into the outfield for a base hit. So that will move the runners now at first and second base. And what do you know? The Pirates have something cooking.
Yep. Not too late with 2 outs. That's why they give you 3.
That's why they do give you 3. So that will be a single for Heath Quick, and that will move the runners to first and second. Now, is it also a problem for a team to have a slow wake-up call, to start out the game slowly?
You never want to start slow, but sometimes, it takes you an inning or two to kind of settle in. Especially a semifinal game like this, that's important. But, you have a tend to press a little bit, maybe early, try to do too much instead of, just being comfortable and letting the game come to you and relax. But it looks like they're doing a better job of that now, not swinging into as many pitches that are in the dirt or off the plate.
Definitely with Billings struggling a little bit here in this game. 0-1 the count on Chase Conrad with 2 away, swinging a little roller. But the shortstop's going to be there easily. Oh, and an error! Steal. Oh, and he loses it, so that's going to cost Billings a run. And an out, and they're at third. So Harmon's going to go out to the bases umpire once again. So they have not added the run on the scoreboard. As Chase was tagged out there, they're at third. They have not added the run on the scoreboard, so it should be 3-1 Billings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'll count. They're just not paying attention yet, maybe. But hey, that's a big run, though.
Definitely a big run.
With 2 outs, starts with a walk. It's a good at bat to get on base. You never know what's going to happen.
Definitely with that, you don't want to kick the ball around in the infield because that is going to cost you some runs.
Yeah, it always seems like it does. Free bases, whether it's a walk, an error, or a pass ball, or anytime you don't make the other team do their job to beat you, it's going to be tough on you.
Even though the scoreboard still says 3-0 Billings, it should be 3-1 Crane. After that run scored after Seth Steele scored, so I wonder what we would score that. That would be call that a fielder's choice, RBI fielder's choice.
Yeah.
So as we head now to the top of the fourth inning, 3-1 Billings, our score. Crane's going to have to protect. They're going to have to keep Billings off the scoreboard. I mean, as we head now to the middle stages of this ball game, Billings going to start slowing down, aren't they?
Yeah, Crane's got the momentum right now. They need to have a clean defensive inning right here and get back in the dugout and keep the momentum going. Especially, it's really important to, after you score, to put up a 0 defensively. So, see if Crane can do that and get back in the dugout.
Why are they putting it out? That's weird. So 3-1 3-1 Billings, our score. New batter is going to be Brian Terry. Terry, who had a single his last plate appearance, or no, who had a walked in his last plate appearance back in the second inning. The 0-1. Ball gets away, but that's okay. There's no runners on base. You can throw as many wild pitches as you can, but you just don't want to walk the batters.
Yeah. I prefer 0, but yeah, if you're going to throw one, it's better when nobody's on base, I guess. That was a good pitch right there. Curveball in the outer half.
Curveball in the outer half, 1 ball, 2 strikes. On Brian Terry. And now as we head into the spring season, what's going to look for Glendale as Terry will shag one to center field for out number 1. So that will bring up now Nate Hunt, the batter.
It's a good job to get that leadoff hitter out.
First pitch to Hunt. Blocked in dirt by Darren Terrell, even though there's no runners on base. So you can tell Crane has Billings right where they need him.
Yeah.
And how important is that to have your opponent right where you want him?
It's a good feeling, but there's still a long ways to go in this game. And, like I said, it's a game of momentum and highs and lows. So it's got to be mentally tough enough to withstand the lows. And same thing when the momentum's with you. Just got to keep pressing the gas pedal.
Definitely press that gas pedal. And one thing is here in this game, it's always important to get those 21 outs.
Yeah, as quick as possible.
Definitely as quick as possible, and score runs behind him. So Conrad has already had one run to support his cause, so he's going to need more as we head to the bottom of the first inning, the bottom of the fourth inning. And when we look for the bottom of the fourth, it'll be Terrell, Brandstetter, and Brannon. Three balls and 2 strikes, 1 out on Nate Hunt. So 3-2. Here's a 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and
Foul tip.
Foul ball, so the umpire says he foul tipped it. It looked like to us, it looked like it swung and missed at it. I mean, umpires can't be right, they can't be wrong. You just gotta play the game. Doesn't matter how the umpire calls it. Oh, and inside. So that was a heads up pitch there. So 3-2. That's going to put Hunt there on base for a walk. So that will bring up now Jake Henry, who lined out and grounded out in his last plate appearance.
2-0 Boston.
Score update now 2-0 Red Sox. Oh, and a check on the runner. Harmon going back out to talk to the umpires. Now he's going to talk to Chase Conrad after.
Like everybody thought.
He will talk now to the umpire once again, as they thought he was out. They thought the runner was out. It was a good play there by Chase Conrad, to say the least.
Yeah.
Harmon not having it with the home plate umpires. And I would say this, if Crane loses this game, it's going to be on the umpires.
Yeah, so far there's been some iffy calls like that one. I think everybody in the park thought he was out except the umpire.
Apparently, no. I mean, Harmon is a guy. Harmon is a man who's going to back up his players.
Yeah, he's fiery.
Definitely a fiery competitor. But off the field, he's a different person.
Yeah. Man. Conrad making some good pitches right here, just not getting the calls.
No, he's not. 1 ball and no strikes. Check on the runner. Safe again, says the home plate umpire, but Harmon does not go out to protest.
You gotta pick your battles. You can't just fight them all.
1 ball and no strikes on Jake Henry, the batter for the Pirates, swinging a roper, but that will be caught by the center fielder Quick. So we got 2 outs now. So 2 away now. It's going to bring up Duncan Harder, who reached on an error and singled his last plate appearance. Now what will Harder be looking for in his second or his third plate appearance of the night?
Being his third plate appearance, he's seen what Conrad has as far as how his curveball breaks or his fastball moves, and should know his release point. So, if he's a student of the game, like I think he is, he's been keeping that stuff, in the back of his mind, and will use it in this at bat. But looking to put something in a gap, something over the head of the outfielders, extra bases, try to score this guy from first with 2 outs.
2 away here in the top of the 4th inning. No runs have come across the diamond for the Billings Wildcats. So, do you think this will spark something for the Pirates, for the Pirate bats in the next half inning of play?
Yeah, I think, like I said, last inning they looked a lot more comfortable at the plate. They weren't chasing a lot of pitches. I think the first 2 innings they chased a lot of pitches that were not strikes. So I think they can take that, and keep doing that the rest of the game. Then I think they're going to score runs. But
1-1 swing and a miss.
Got to keep these Billings Wildcats from scoring runs too.
1 ball and 1 strike. So Billings has started off very hot. Started off this game hot as they scored 2 runs in the top of inning number 1. And then it was 3 scoreless innings. 3 out. Both Crane and Billings scored 1 run in each of their halves. So if the Pirates can get a scoreless inning, then they can come back up and they can score and they can pile on some runs. Safe again, says the home plate umpire. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 away. So all Conrad's going to have to do is get that man out at the dish, and that is the most important out of this inning or of this ball game, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Swinging a high. Well, that's going to be.
He said you're right. They can throw him out.
Throw him out. Oh, here he comes, and
nice throw. He
out.
That was a great throw by the right fielder.
What a play that was by the Crane defense, playing some dirty and scrappy baseball. What a play that was by Crane. We're going to the bottom of the 4th inning, 3-1 Billings. Let's see if this will spark the Pirates offense. Here in the bottom of the 4th, we shall see. Wow.
That was a good play.
Oh my word. You get StatCast on that? My goodness.
Yeah. It was a good throw, 1 hopper, perfect hop.
Oh my gosh. So that would be who was that batter? Was it Gold or was that Harder, the last guy at the plate? That may have been Harder. Harder, yeah.
I don't know.
Builder's choice.
Keep that momentum.
Oh yeah.
About 3 runs right here, take a 4-3 lead.
Oh yeah, how about 4 runs and take a 5-3 lead?
Is that getting too greedy? Asking too much?
I mean, something is better. But man, that was a tremendous throw. Kind of an uneven angle that we're seeing in this game.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
that looked good on there, but you can see the ball coming in there.
Oh yeah. And then coming up this winter, I'm planning to do some basketball as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sweet. That'd be fun.
This will make Coach Harmon feel a little bit better about himself. Oh, 3-0 from Boston. They're attacking on. Back here at Coach Bob Smith Field here at College of the Ozarks here in Point Lookout, Missouri in Taney County. Just south of Branson, just west of Hollister, just across 65 from Hollister. 3-1 Billings over Crane. Batter is Darren Terrell. Terrell in his last plate appearance struck out swinging. Swinging a high pop-up into foul territory. Whoa!
Hung on to it.
Hung on to it, so Terrell will be called out thanks to the flyout by the catcher. And here comes Bryson Brandstetter now to hopefully get on base. So that is one thing that is important. You got to have base runners to score runs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it starts with base runners.
1 away, nobody on base for Bryson Brandstetter. Here's the first pitch to him. A little outside, 1 ball, no strikes. No balls, no strikes. 1 ball, no strikes on Mr. Brandstetter. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Another pitch outside, now 2-0. So Brandstetter definitely working the count.
Yeah.
But this thing is about Brandstetter, he can show some power. By looking at him, he does have some power. The 1-0. 1 ball, 1 strike. Good take there by Bryson Brandstetter.
Yeah, he looks like a football player. He's a big old guy.
Big guy. Definitely, he can definitely stroke a baseball into the outfield.
Right
Side
there,
pitch,
3-1.
3-1. So back to that
Percent
last
drive
pitch
now.
before that 2-1 pitch, now 3-1. So how important is it to take a strike when you're at the plate?
I kind of let each hitter be his own person, but we just try to don't make your strike zone bigger than it should be. Just understand the count. Keep it simple. If you're ahead in the count as a hitter, then you should have a smaller strike zone. If you're behind, then you got to expand a little bit. But just trying to understand what the count is and what you need to do as a hitter at the plate.
I'll bring up now Nick Brannon, who struck out swinging his last plate appearance. So the Pirates starting to get a little bit of a rally going on here. So that's one thing. What's one thing that you could see about Harmon? Like, if you get into, there's a roller. Oh, and past the shortstop. Harmon wave him around. He's going to wave him around more. He's going to score. Here it comes. 3-2 Crane. 3-2 Billings. Slides, and Brandon just delivered the RBI double. One away here in the bottom of the 4th inning. It is now 3-2 Billings. What's one thing that's going to happen if you're Billings? You got a 3-2 lead. You're going to have to protect.
Yeah, this might be a good time for a mound visit, just to kind of slow everything down and kind of stop that momentum that Crane has, because it's like a freight train right now.
Freight train is coming through as it could be starting to derail for the Billings Wildcats, but for the Pirates, things are heating up there in that kitchen.
Yeah.
What's for dinner in the Crane Pirates kitchen?
So far, it looks like fastballs and Wildcats. But another good take right there. Another pitch that they first 2 innings were swinging at, but doing a better job of taking right now. And I bet that's Coach Harmon getting in their ear and telling them to lay off. That was
Swinging
a good
a
swing.
high pop-up, but that will go foul.
It came back a lot more than I thought it would. I thought that was way gone.
And thing is about Robinson, he's not a big guy, but he can rifle some balls, he can rifle some pitches into the outfield for base hits. And that's one thing the Pirates want. They got the tying run there at second base. Robinson represents the go-ahead run if he gets on.
Yeah, that was a quick bat. Got some bat speed right here, so get a big lead.
Check on the runner. Whoa! Safe. One ball and one strike on Isaac Robinson. It's getting pretty heated between both these two teams. It's definitely electrifying tonight.
Yeah, you knew it would
Swing
be,
a little
especially
roller.
the rivalry that they've always had. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, Nick ran
Go to
into a
second.
rundown. And he is back in safely. Safely, an excellent base running there by Nick Brannon.
Got away with one there a little bit.
He did get away with one, so now they got runners on first and second base. And what about that base running by Crane? That's one thing I know about Coach Harmon is he educates his players on base running.
Yeah, big time. And he teaches them to be aggressive, so that's what the runner at second was, just being aggressive and maybe a little too aggressive and wait till he throws it before you try to go to third, but it worked out.
Now with Crane, once you get the lead, do you think Harmon would tell his players, let's slow it down a little bit?
No chance. You got to keep pushing down, keep pushing, trying to score. Because Billings, they're a dangerous offensive team. Crane's got to take the lead first of all.
Crane's going to have to take the lead. They're down 3-2, but they are battling.
That's one thing about a potent lineup. They can come back or tack on runs, whenever they.
Thing is about Crane is they are very pesky. Pesky there at the plate. They're at the plate.
Yeah, just working, getting in hitters' counts, putting it in play hard, and using their speed and running.
Runners on first and second for the Crane Pirates. The batter is Isaiah Smith. Smith, who flew out to the shortstop in his last plate appearance, so he'll be looking to get things cooking now for the Pirates. And what do you know, this game could be a shootout game between Billings and Crane.
Yeah. Both pretty good offenses, like you said,
Swinging a
pesky.
high fly ball, but it'll go foul. It's also been a chippy game between the Pirates and the officiating crew early in the game.
Yeah. And a lot of that, is Coach Harmon just being an intense guy and competitive, and the umpires know that, so they're not going to throw him out or anything because they know he's a competitor. And
Definitely a big competitor. And a hit batter.
That loads him up.
And it looks like we're going to have bumper-to-bumper traffic there on 270. Coach Julian, what is the
On 65.
They're on 65, so there's bumper-to-bumper traffic. The bases are full of Pirates. What are the chances of the traffic moving here, Julian?
I'd say pretty good. Right now as a hitter, you want to look to be aggressive early because the pitcher doesn't want to walk in a run, so he's going to try to get ahead. I'd be ready to hit right here if I'm the batter at the plate. Got one out, so dangerous territory right here for Billings.
Definitely dangerous territory for Billings. Oh, and a little pop-up. But that will make it now 2 away with the bases loaded. So it's still cooking now for the Pirates. It's going to bring up now Seth Steele, who scored the first run of the game for the Pirates. Pirates trail 3-2.
Big 2-out hit right here would be huge.
Definitely a big 2-out hit. In the last game between Crane and Blue Eye, Seth Steele has been able to drive the ball into the outfield. Tall, lanky guy. Could that bring an advantage for a player who is tall and lanky?
Generally the tall, lanky guys have more torque because they're longer, and everything like that, the science of it, but you still got to have a quick bat. I've seen plenty of small guys that have quick bats and are just as dangerous as those tall guys.
No balls and 1 strike on Seth Steele. Here's the 0-1, swinging a little tapper foul, now 0-2. This is the thing about the Crane. They are They will not go down without a fight.
No, yeah, they're always going to be there, no matter what the score is. They're always going to be, pushing.
0-2 the count. Here's the 0-2 swinging a high fly ball, but it's going to go foul. So that is one thing about Steele, or that's one thing about a batter, is just foul away those bad pitches and then just find your good pitch to drive.
Mm-hmm. Especially with 2 strikes. You don't want to leave it in the umpire's hands and give him a chance to ring you up. So
Definitely don't want to be rung up. 0-2 the count now on Seth Steele. So would this be the right time to work the count? Oh, swing and a miss, and strike 3. Let's see. Often he rounded out. Yeah, I've been kind of slacking on my scorekeeping.
it's hard to multitask.
Yeah, it is.
Watch and talk, keep score.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Robinson, what did Robinson do? Oh, I'm trying to think, what did Robinson do? Oh, I'm pretty sure he didn't ground out, but he had a base hit, didn't he?
I can't remember the last hitter of the last innings.
No, Robinson. Crane, yeah.
The last hitter.
Yeah, I think he may have. I think he may have had a wild pitch. Welcome back to College of the Ozarks here from Point Lookout, Missouri. Coach Bob Smithfield, Adam Smith, Jim Julian. As that first pitch to Peyton Gold is going to be a ball at 1-0, 1 ball, no strikes on Mr. Gold. The 1-0 from Conrad. Checked his swing. 1 ball, 1 strike. Called strike. Definitely don't want to check your swing if you're Gold with the ball in the strike zone.
No, yeah, you look like you got fooled by that curveball. There's another one.
Another one now.
Seems like Conrad's shown 2 different curveballs. That last one was kind of a rolling, a little slower, and he's got one that he throws a little harder that breaks a little sharper.
What's the difference between a rolling and one that's more sharper? Swing a foul.
One that's sharper, he throws a little harder, and then the slower one's kind of a gradual, just more of a speed difference than really anything. But
So now 2-2 the count. 3-2 Billings, our score between Crane and Billings. And there's still a lot of time left in this game, but
oh yeah,
you want to make sure that Billings runs out of time if you're Crane. Swinging a high fly ball, center field. Oh, and that's going to go all the way to the wall. Looked like it was going to be an easy fly ball.
yeah, it looked like it just kept going. There's not much wind, so I'm not sure what happened there. But
Center fielder had good read on that ball.
Yeah.
On that ball, so that's going to give Peyton Gold a double, which should have been out number 1. But all the Pirates have to do is keep the runners on base.
yeah, nobody out. Lead off double right there.
Tyler Essick, the batter for the Billings Wildcats. First pitch, swing and a miss.
Ooh, that's a good pitch.
Good pitch there.
I bet he gets a steady diet of breaking balls or pitches off the plate. You got a base open. I don't know the history here or whatever, but
First pitch, swing and a
another
miss.
curveball, see if he can get himself out.
Foul, so 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes.
Go back to the curveball here and just bury one. Try to bounce it on the plate. See if he'll swing at that.
Definitely define get yourself out. How does that? What's the exact definition of that?
So like if the hitter expands his zone, so
Swing and a miss, and down goes Essick.
So those 2 pitches before that, were off the plate, and he expanded his zone and swung and tried to, tried to do too much. I'm sure Conrad and Harmon know he's an aggressive hitter, and he hadn't done anything. I think he's walked twice, possibly, or once at least. So he's
Tanner Gordon, who we believe singled back in the first inning. Tanner Gordon, who singled back in the first. Oh, swinging a little roller. Whoa! On a first, and whoa, nice play there by the Crane defense. That'll be a ground out to the shortstop. I'm sure you've heard the term "want the baseball," haven't you?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you. Anytime you're a defender or at the plate, even you want to be the guy up there with the game on the line, or with the runner on base, or on defense. You want the ball hit to you, so you can make that out. You just got to have that confidence.
Their check, but he will still third easily. So the Wildcats are threatening here in the in the top of the 5th inning.
Not a lot of advantage right there, other than it brings the wild pitch or pass ball into play right now. But 2 outs.
Swing and a miss now, 0-2.
He's really controlling that curveball well.
Yes, he is. That's one thing. That's one thing that almost every head coach will stress on is control on your pitches.
Yeah.
0-2 the count. Here is the 0-2. Oh,
just high.
1-2, just a little bit high, but Conrad wanted that strike call.
Yeah.
So Terrell will go out to talk things over to Chase Conrad, the pitcher for these Pirates. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away here in this SWCL semifinal round game between the Billings Wildcats and the Crane Pirates. 1-2. 2 away. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Swinging a roller. Tough play. On to first. Oh, and safe as that's going to tack on another run. It'll make it now 4-1 Billings. Now we'll bring up now Hayden Fender after that fielder's choice. Off the bat of Trent Blankenship. So 4-2 Billings, swinging a little roller to Robinson, and they get the force out, so that will retire the side. We're going now to the bottom of the 5th inning. Time starting to run out of it a little bit. 4-2 Billings over Crane. Oh my goodness.
Got an answer back right here.
Yes, they do. Do you think Crane's going to answer back?
I think so.
This is their time to
I think
answer.
this game is far from over.
Yeah.
4-2 now. The final could be 9-8 or something crazy like that.
9-8 Crane or 9-8 Billings.
Yeah.
Let's hope 9-8 Crane.
All right.
Well, I mean, we're kind of now in the later stages of the game, so
Who's holding up the pitch now?
I can't tell. Is the pitcher warming up?
Yeah.
I think that could be Isaiah Smith. So who's this up to bat? That's Steve Quick. Quick, what did he do? Welcome back to Coach Bob Smith Field here at College of the Ozarks. Here in Point Lookout, Missouri, we're just south of Branson and just west of Hollister, just past 65. First batter is Heath Quick here in the top half of inning number 5. With Heath Quick, he struck out and singled his last 2 plate appearances. This is time where the Pirates can start chipping away.
Yeah, they need to answer back. They got Billings got that 1 run, make it 4-2. So important to answer back right here. At least get some base runners on and keep the pressure up.
Definitely keep the pressure up. 1 ball, 1 strike now on Heath Quick. The 1-1 swinging a foul ball. Now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Quick playing center field tonight for the playing left field tonight for the Pirates. Nick Brandon playing left field tonight. They're playing center tonight. The 1-2. Ooh. Now 2-2. 1 ball, 2 balls, and 2 strikes on Heath Quick. Now with Quick, who's already had a single in this game, do you think he'll be looking for another single tonight?
Oh yeah, and then some. Probably looking for a double here. I expect if he hits one in the outfield, watch how hard he runs and has a big turn at first. Any bobble or anything like that, he's going to try to turn into a double. But
3 balls and 2 strikes now on Heath Quick. This is a hitter's count, 3-2.
yeah,
This could be the payoff, and the payoff pitches will be arriving soon. And here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a roller. That's going to be into the outfield for a base hit. Heath Quick having his second home hit of the game tonight.
smoke that one. Hit that one hard.
Pirates definitely want to be flirting with the hard hit baseballs. And it's going to bring up now Chase Conrad. Chase Conrad, who scored an RBI fielder's choice and was gunned down at third back in the 3rd inning. So this is where the Pirates need to. And this is a big moment for Chase Conrad to get on base. Who knows? Could we see a walk-off tonight?
Possibly. Like I was telling you during the break, I think this one's long from over. This has the makings of an instant classic if ESPN was here.
Oh, yes. 1 ball, no strikes on Chase Conrad. And once you get Chase Conrad on, he will steal if he's the only man on base. Plus, Conrad has also shown some power. Definitely can drive a ball into the outfield. And that's definitely what Harmon wants to see from his starting pitcher, is to help his own cause.
Yeah, and I'm sure Chase does too. Anytime you're battling up there on the mound, you want to do anything you can at the plate to help your team score.
2 balls and no strikes on Conrad.
No action for Billings.
Nobody in the bullpen for the Wildcats. The 2-0. Swinging a little roller. Whoa! And they bobbled the ball. Quick is going to be running around third, and he will stop at third. So we got runners on first and third with nobody out for the Pirates.
That was good base running right there. He didn't hesitate rounding second, just kept going.
So I'll bring up Darren Terrell, the batter for the Pirates, with runners on first and third. Will we see Conrad steal second?
Yes, I think so. Not holding him on at first for some reason.
Conrad does take that big lead.
Now he's holding him on.
Going to hold him on at first.
If not this pitch, I think he'll be running sometime in this at bat for sure.
Yes, and Conrad does have history. So if I could look at his criminal record, there's a lot of bases on there. There goes Conrad, And there's another base stolen for that speedster for the Pirates.
Yeah, now you got 2 runners in scoring position. A base hit right here ties it up.
Base hit will tie it up, or it could potentially give Crane the lead. Depending on, because Conrad is a speedy hitter, or is a speedy runner, so Terrell's going to have to hit. Terrell has struck out and flew out in his last 2 plate appearances. So he'll be looking for Terrell will be looking for a big base hit. 0-1 the count on Mr. Terrell. There's the 0-1. Oh, out inside now on Darren Terrell. 1 ball and 1 strike now on Mr. Darren Terrell.
At the very least right here, he's looking for a ground ball to one of the middle infielders or a fly ball anywhere in the outfield just to bring 1 run home. But
thing is about this game, it has gone by extremely fast.
yeah, it really has. But if he gets to 2 strikes, you'll see him shorten up, just try to put something in play. But right now with 1 strike, he's trying to drive something somewhere.
Swinging a high fly ball. That's going into foul territory, but it will go foul. So that does save Crane an out. Nobody out, and there's still plenty. There's plenty of time left in this bottom of the 5th inning for Crane to do some damage.
Yeah, nobody out. First 2 runners on base. You for sure need to score these 2 runs. Just fundamental baseball.
Swinging old
That'll
chopper.
get 1 in.
That's going to get 1 in. Here comes there is the sacrifice as he moves Chase around. So Terrell will do his job. That's going to bring up now big Bryson Brandstetter. And Brandstetter can tie this game with 1 swing of the bat.
Yeah, at the very least, when you get 2 runners on like that, 2nd and 3rd with nobody out, you have to score them. Even if you hit just 2 ground balls to second, that picks up those 2 runs. Base hits are bonus right now.
Base hits are bonus. Here's the first pitch to Brandstetter. And we could see Conrad steal home. But we don't want to get too greedy here.
Yeah. I let my big boy swing right here. Boom!
Swing a whoa and a foul ball. As that was almost a base hit screamer, as that gave Coach Harmon a clean shave. Yeah.
He didn't move until it was
third base
past him.
coaching box.
He hit that hard. He didn't move.
He's
until
asking.
It was well past.
Harmon might be looking for for the hairs on his chin. No balls and 2 strikes on Brandstetter. The 0-2 swinging a high fly ball, foul. So with that 0-2, he's hit 2 foul balls so far. What's Brandstetter going to be doing? Is he going to shorten his swing up and drive it up the middle?
Yeah. In my opinion, that's what he should be doing, looking up the middle or to the right side. So I bet pitcher's going to try to throw something off speed away in the dirt, see if he'll chase it. After pulling 2 balls foul like that, I wouldn't throw another one inside or down the middle, for that matter.
0-2 the count on Brandstetter. Here's the 0-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Brandstetter. Bottom of the 5th inning, 4-3 Billings our score. Well, it looks like Harmon was giving Brandstetter the home run. The 1-2. Oh, and 2-2 the count on Bryson Brandstetter. So Brandstetter is making it an interesting AB right here.
Yeah, he's worked it back after being down 0-2. He's worked it back to 2-2 really quick. Make him throw a strike right here.
The 2-2. Oh, and dropped. There goes Conrad, and we are tied. 4-4 our tie between the Pirates and the Wildcats. And what do you know, the Pirates, they just added another run.
And they've got a runner on base.
Runner on base.
Not done yet.
And the Pirates are not done. It's 4-4. It's a 4-4 tie between the Pirates and the Billings Wildcats. Coach Drew Cherry is going to come out to the mound to calm things down to his pitcher, which that could be it for the pitcher.
Could be. I haven't seen anybody warming up, but they could have been throwing between innings while they're hitting. But let's try to go out, calm everything down right here, and talk about getting a ground ball, get the lead runner at the very least.
Now they added another 2 runs. It looked like, as it says, it's 6-4 Crane. It's the real score is actually 4-4. There they go. They fixed it, so it's now 4-4 Crane. So that's the first multi-run inning that the Pirates have had. First multi-run inning since the first inning when Billings scored 2 runs. Bottom of the 5th inning. This is definitely an electrifying game. What do you know? The Pirates go up to the championship tomorrow night against Purdy. Do you think there's going to be a lot of energy in tomorrow night's game?
Oh yeah, definitely in a championship game, especially for Purdy. Coach Hughes always brings a lot of energy, and just because they're new in the conference doesn't mean there's not a history between Crane and Purdy, or Billings and Purdy for that matter.
Swinging a high roper. That's going to be all the way to the wall. 2 runners are flying and stopping there at second and third with 1 away. Tie ball game, and it's time for Isaac Robinson to do some damage.
Infield's coming in now.
Infield coming in.
Be a pitching change.
We could see a pitching change here, as that could be it for Tanner Gordon after both those runners are at second and third. And this is where Crane really wants Billings at.
Yeah.
So this Pirates team is very feisty there on the base paths. So what we see was Brandstetter he drew a walk. Let's see, Brandon hit that time run. Brought in the time run, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a 2-run double?
Yeah.
2-run double. Okay. And then Robinson drove in the time run. Oh, yeah, so Isaac Robinson, he had a okay, so oh yeah, Robinson's not coming up. Yeah, so Terrell had the sacrifice, drove in the sacrifice run, and Brandon had 1 run. Okay.
I don't know who these guys are really.
For
Otherwise,
Crane.
I would help you with their names.
Oh. Yeah, I've been slacking a little bit tonight. It's a higher energy game.
Yeah.
Do you still live in Forsyth right now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How long is your commute to Glendale?
45 minutes or so.
That's about like coming from Crane to Springfield.
Yeah. It's not bad.
No, it's for us. For me, I just go down 60, take 60 like through Republic and do like Billings and Republic, and just into Springfield. Sometimes I get on James River, or sometimes I just go straight on Sunshine.
You live in Springfield?
No, I still live in Crane.
Oh.
Oh, they give him a freebie. They intentionally walk. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go back in it. Back to action here from the bottom of the 5th inning between the Pirates and the Wildcats. Isaiah Smith is the batter with bases loaded. Oh, inside, and here comes the lead out, go-ahead run for the Pirates, and it is a new ball game. 5-4 Pirates, our score after that wild pitch. Thanks from the new pitcher for the Pirates. And what do you know? It's starting to get antsy for those Billings Wildcats. The Pirates have a lot of fire tonight.
Yeah, I just thought never give up attitude, like we've been talking about. Even down 3-1, 2-0, they never gave up. I understand it's a long game and there's still a long ways to go in this one, but every hitter is gonna be scrapping, looking to get on base. And
Swinging a roller. Oh, gobbled up by the second baseman on defender, but that will score the fourth run of the inning. It's now 6-4 Crane. Pirates chip away. You chip away, you're gonna get a lead.
yeah, they've only got one extra base hit, I think. But look, just hard ground ball, base hit, put the ball in play, work a walk. They just keep coming at you. There's no easy outs. And now they're pretty well in control of this one. You get the feeling. Still a big run out there on third.
Nice ground out. That was to the second baseman. So Zane Compton, the batter for these Pirates. As that next pitch is going to be a 1-ball-and-1-strike count. Once again, we are here from Coach Bob Smith Field here at College of the Ozarks. And there is a lot of electricity in this game. Swing a little chopper to the shortstop. On to first, and that's all she wrote for the fifth inning. We're going out to the top of the sixth inning. It is a brand new ball game, 6-4. Let me count that. 6-4 Pirates over the Wildcats. Oh yeah, I think.
Big inning right there.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Throw up a 0 here, huge.
Yeah. I hope I do not destroy anybody's eardrums. Because of me hollering and screaming.
That's okay.
Just think if you actually had like earbuds in and you were listening to Dan McLaughlin. Grand Slammer! With eardrums. Or with earbuds in your ears.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That would be, you'd be like, whoa.
I like to turn that way up, like in my car when I'm driving.
Oh, you're my shit.
Yeah.
Get up, baby! In your car or truck, whatever you have.
Wouldn't that be cool to just go to every game and just announce it like those guys get to
Like,
one of the nicest ballparks?
like an MLB stadium and just
Yeah.
do like a fake play-by-play. That'd be awesome.
That'd be your job. You just get to travel around and watch
Yeah, that would be
baseball
awesome.
every single day.
That would be awesome. Okay, Gio. All right, here we go. Sixth inning. We welcome you back to Coach Bob Smith Field here from College of the Ozarks here in Point Lookout, Missouri. Adam Smith, Jim Julian joining you guys for some Monday night high school baseball action, some semifinal action going on between these two teams of Crane and Billings. And Crane, one thing that Billings has to do is they're gonna have to get some more fire.
Yeah, they're Crane's kind of put it to them the last couple innings, and they're down a little bit with their body language and stuff like that. But they got to realize that there's a long way to go, and try to get some of that momentum back and get some confidence back. Just like Crane did, it starts with the base runner though.
Does start with the base running. 0-2. But we do have a long way to go. But there's a short time to get there.
Yeah.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Brian Terry. Here's the next pitch. Swing and a miss, and down goes Terry. For the strikeout, the traditional K for the strikeout swinging.
It's a good pitch. Conrad's confidence looks like it's a lot better than it was the first couple innings. He's got a little fire. He showed a little fist bump after that strikeout. So, just like you said, he's a competitor, and you're going to get his best from him all the time. It's a good start right there with the
Good
curveball.
start there with that curveball. It's going to be a strike at 0-1. So yeah, the thing is that the Billings Wildcats they're going to need more gas.
Yeah.
And what's the
Yeah, they're getting worked right now. They need somebody to step up and try to get something going for them. Maybe bunt for a hit or something.
0-2, swing and a miss, and
She's
the
got
ball in the dirt. But a throw out, and that's all she wrote for. That's all she wrote for Gordon, or for Hunt. Pardon me. So with 2 away. That's going to bring up now Jake Henry, the batter for the Billings Wildcats, with 2 away here in the top of the 6th inning. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
He's throwing that curveball with a lot of confidence right now.
Lots of confidence.
That's
Definitely what I see when, say, like when a team takes the lead, then either whether it's come from behind or they maintain the lead, then that's where it slows down for the opposing team who gave up the lead.
yeah. It's definitely a sinking feeling, but you just got to
Swing and a
understand
miss now,
that
1 ball and 2 strikes on Jake Henry.
it's a hard thing, to overcome. Just part of human nature, but you just got to be tough and.
The 1-2, a little floater now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 the count now on Conrad. He's struggled with the 0-2 at 2 away, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's sometimes trying to be too perfect, I think, with some of those pitches, but expect a good pitch right here, 2-2.
There's a 2-2. Oh, swing and a miss, and down goes Henry. 3 straight strikeouts for Mr. Conrad.
He's
As
feeling
we
it.
are going now to the bottom of the 6th inning. Look at the fire brewing there in that third base dugout. It is 6-4 Crane over Billings.
A lot of shoulder bumps down there.
Oh yeah. All Billings has to do is go out there and put out the fire.
Yeah.
What that means? Does that mean that they went out and gave Crane the matches and they just struck the matches? Yep.
Poured the gasoline on it.
Oh yeah. There's a blaze out there. Woo!
Well, we got 4 last inning. You think you could just get 1 right here?
Say it again?
They got 4 runs last inning. You think they can get 1 right here?
They could.
That'd be real demoralizing for Billings if they even got 1 run of it.
What's the moralizing mean?
Like heartbreaking.
But the Pirate. So you think Crane will stick with Conrad in the 7th inning?
If he's got pitches left. No,
Yeah,
pitch
it
count
does
is.
depend on the pitch count. We don't know the pitch count.
They don't have anybody warming up right now.
That's all on the Harmonator.
Yep.
You know who the Harmonator is, right?
Harmon Lasorda.
Harmon Lasorda. Harmon LaRussa.
Ryan Herzog.
Welcome back to Coach Bob Smith Field here at College of the Ozarks here in Point Lookout, Missouri. It's a party down there at the third base dugout. And they have and it's a good time to party for those Pirates. They are up 6-4. Here's the first pitch to Seth Steele. Steele who had a walk and struck out his last 2 innings, or his last plate appearances. And there is a big fire. That pitch is a wild pitch to Steele. So 2 balls and no strikes now on Seth Steele.
Think he's going to swing out of his shoes right here if he gets a fastball.
We shall see. Oh, 3 balls and no
Thought
strikes
that might be it.
on Seth Steele. 2 balls and 1 strike. I mean, one thing is that with the players in the dugout, you can be loud and obnoxious and crazy there in the dugout, but you don't want to keep your keep your composure. You don't want to terrorize the pitcher.
Yeah, I mean, you just want to root for your team and, don't say anything to or about the other team, but I'm all about having some fun as long as you keep it classy, which Crane always does.
Crane is always very classy. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So we did see Coach Harmon go to the dugout, but that will be a called strike on Seth Steele. Is going to bring up now Heath Quick, the batter for these Pirates. Quick, who's had a hot night at the plate, 2 singles but he struck out in the opening in his first at bat. So what's Quick going to be looking for with his 2 singles tonight?
He's just going to keep doing what he's doing. He's had 2 good plate appearances and not swung at bad pitches, and he's been pretty patient, knows his strike zone well. And I think he's just going to keep doing that. He's up 2-0 now, so looking for something fat right here to drive.
2 balls and no strikes. Ooh. He was able to take the strike. Harmon having a little bit of fun there with the Pirates dugout.
Keeping it loose.
Keeping it loose. As that will now. So now 2 balls and 2 strikes on Heath Quick. That's one thing about a head coach. You got to have fun with your dugout.
Yeah, it's all about, it's a game, so it's about having fun. But I like to have fun, but at the same time,
Get the job done.
Get the job done and keep it serious enough. But you got to keep it loose and having fun. I think players play the best when they're loose and having a little fun with it instead of so nervous about making a mistake or anything.
Oh, and down goes Quick. Two down here in the bottom of the sixth inning. So you think that'll spark something with the Billings offense coming into the top of the 7th inning?
We'll see. They're a dangerous offense, and they're not going to give up. I know they're only 2 runs down, so that's easy to come back from. But Conrad, that last inning, was kind of smelling the W, so he really bared down last inning and threw well. So hopefully he's got some pitches left, and he can go out there and have another quick one.
Chase Conrad, the batter for these Crane Pirates. Here's a 1-1. Whoa, outside, and 2 balls and 1 strike. Conrad, who's had a fairly good night at the plate tonight. He flew out, had an RBI fielder's choice, and reached on an error by the pitcher. So, swinging a high fly ball. He's got room, and that'll take care of the Pirates now for the bottom of the 6th inning. We're going down to the top of the 7th inning. It's the last chance for the Wildcats. 3 outs away for the Pirates as they'll head up to the championship round against Purdy. 6-4, Crane over Billings. Okay. Conrad. Did you hear about our stuff getting stolen at our press box in Crane?
No, really?
No? Yeah, it was actually during our tournament.
What all they take?
They took Carmen's laptop. They took Carmen's laptop, and the sound system. They left the mic there.
Wow.
Yeah, people are just.
No idea who it was.
No, I wasn't even there. You didn't see that tweet that Harmon tweeted out?
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wondered what happened there.
Yep. This is a good home run song to play. Sandstorm.
Yeah.
So, do you guys get to go down to Oklahoma this spring?
We're not going back because it's our prom.
Oh, it's your prom.
Friday, yeah.
When is that? Is that in May or is that in April?
April 12th.
April 12th?
That's right.
Now, you guys lived pretty luxury down there.
Yeah.
Took a charter bus.
Yeah.
Wasn't it like your
Played
kids got?
Fortnite on the
Oh,
bus.
really? Did you play?
No.
No.
I've only played once, and my son plays it like 24/7.
Oh, same as my little brother.
I tried it, and I was like, not very
You're not good at it?
No.
I'm terrible at it, but it's fun to play. I'll still come back and play it.
Yeah.
Alrighty, here we go. The last chance for the Wildcats. You're gonna tag me on Instagram, aren't you?
Yeah, you want me to?
Go ahead. You know my Instagram?
I think so. No, I follow you.
Yeah, I believe you follow me. Right on 2015. Welcome back to Coach Bob Smith Field here at College of the Ozarks. Lots of fire going on here for this game between the Pirates and the Wildcats. 0-1 the count on Duncan Harder. Next pitch. Or pardon me, Duncan Harder to the pitcher. Or pardon me, the batter for these Billings Wildcats. 0-1 the count. What are you seeing in this at bat, Coach Julian?
He needs to do anything he can to get on base. If that means wearing one, then so be it. But down 2 runs with 3 outs to work with, you got to have base runners.
Definitely got to have base runners. For Crane, it's going to have to. All you got to do is just slam the door.
Yeah, just stay aggressive, make them hit. Don't walk anybody. Make them use the bat to get on base and use the bat to beat you.
Now with 3 outs, you got 3 outs to get. Isn't there room for walks without any runs?
Yeah. You can afford 1 or 2 maybe, but
downstairs, 2 balls and 2
strikes. Put anybody
strikes.
on base and make them use the bat to beat you.
2 balls, 2 strikes on Duncan Harder as he faces Zane Compton, the pitcher for these Pirates. Chase Conrad moves back to shortstop. And draws a walk. So it'll be a base on balls now for Mr. Harder. And that's going to bring up now Peyton Gold, who had a big double back in the 5th inning. Now this is a dangerous bat of Peyton Gold, isn't it?
Yeah, they're getting into the dangerous part of the lineup right here. So get a ground ball, just try to get them 1 out at a time.
Swinging a whoa, and that one was
Way to cut it off out there.
was rifled, but they will cut it off. So 3 outs to work with. Crane with that 6-4 advantage. Pirates are going to have to protect.
Yeah, I got the tying run in scoring position now, with a dangerous hitter up, a dangerous part of their lineup, 3, 4, 5, I think.
Yes, and they have been able to cause the Crane Pirates headaches tonight. It's going to bring up Tyler Essick, the batter for these Billings Wildcats, here in the top of inning number 7. 6-4 Crane. The first pitch to Essick, swinging a ripper foul. Good cut there by Essick.
Yeah, he struck out last at bat, but that doesn't mean anything other than he's a little angrier now. So you got to be careful with this guy. Keep it down in the zone.
Essick, who walked and struck out his last 2 plate appearances. So Compton's definitely wanting to get Essick out and get that first out of the inning.
Yeah, that's a big one. The first out's always a big one.
With a 1-1, swinging a foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Duncan Harder. Or pardon me, on Tyler Essick, who's walked and struck out. So he's definitely going to be looking for a base hit tonight. Here's a 1-2, swinging a ripper. Whoa, and almost bobbled by Chase Conrad, but the runners do not advance. Conrad a little bit shooken up there, but he was able to stop the ball.
Yeah, that came off the bat weird. It may have been a knuckleball. I think he thought it was hit harder than it was.
So it'll be charged an infield single as Harmon will come out to Zane Compton. So he'll look to calm things down on Compton. Maybe we could see a new pitcher in this game.
Possibly. I think he's just going over defensive strategy. Got the bases loaded, so corners will probably be in. Going 4 if you're the pitcher, or the corners, and trying to get a force play out up the middle. Just trying to get an out any way you can right now. If you give up a run, you still got the lead, but just get an out right here.
Definitely get an out with that, but the Pirates have have had history. They have fought all night long tonight.
Yeah, they have. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if they got out of this without giving up any runs.
So they do manage to stay with Compton, so in which the Wildcats hitters have responded by hitting him hard tonight here in the 7th inning. And they have a big guy coming up to the plate. That's going to be Tanner Gordon. Gordon, who has singled and grounded out. So so the first pitch is on its way. Here it is. Inside, strike one.
Way to get ahead right there. That's a big pitch.
Very big pitch by Compton.
Got the corners in. First and third are in. Ground ball there. They're going to come to the plate for the force out.
The 0-1. It's tapper foul, so he's now behind 0-2.
I think a curveball or something off speed off the plate a little bit right here. See if
We should see about we could see an off-speed pitch. Wouldn't be surprised if he could go with the fastball. Here's the 0-2. Swinging a foul ball. So he manages to stay alive. 0-2 the count on big Tanner Gordon.
You got that right. He is big.
Reminds me a lot of Matt Adams, but he does hit right. And Adams hits left.
Yeah, he's got that Matt Adams look to him.
1-2 strikes on Tanner Gordon. Here's the next pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and down goes Gordon.
Big strikeout.
And that will bring up now the new batter. That is going to be... That's going to bring up Trent Blankenship. As they work down the bottom of the order for the Wildcats, it's going to get a little bit... It's going to get faster.
Yeah, you don't want to try to take some deep breaths and not let it speed up on you, but looks like he's calmed down on the mound and throwing pretty well right now.
0-1 the count on Blankenship.
Still not out of the woods. He's gonna keep focused.
Here's the 0-1. Swinging a little slapper foul. Oh, almost
terrible play
almost got by Coach Cherry. You'd be on it if he was a player.
That's why he played outfield for me and not infield.
0-2 the count there on Zane Compton, looking to slam the door on these Wildcats. Here's the 0-2, swinging another foul ball. 0-2 the count on Zane Compton, the batter for these Billings Wildcats. Crane with the lead 6-4 in the top of the 7th inning. And how hard is it to get those last 3 outs of a ball game?
Yeah, those are the most difficult outs to get most of the time.
Walked in the by Darren Terrell.
One team trying to close out a game and another team doing everything they can not to get beat. So
1-2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. Pirates with the lead at 6-4 Crane over Billings. Here's the 1-2. Another ball blocked in the dirt now. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So do you think? So with that 2-2 count, would you see Blankenship swinging away at this pitch?
Yeah,
Swinging a high pop up.
that should be playable.
That should be playable. And there it is, out number 2, and the Wildcats are down to their last out of the game. Hayden Fender, the batter for the Wildcats. He'll be the last hope for these Wildcats here in this SWCL semifinal game. Fender, who's been quiet tonight, so get a high pop up. This should do it. Camped out, and that is the ball game as the Pirates win this one 6-4. What a ball game it has been tonight for these Crane Pirates against the Billings Wildcats, coming from behind to beat the Wildcats 6-4, and they are moving on to the championship round against Purdy. Coming up next, we'll have the post-game show where we'll see Coach Brian Harmon and our player of the game, which is going to be we're going to give that to Heath Quick, who had 2 singles on the night tonight. So once again, after this, we will have the head coach of the Crane Pirates, Coach Brian Harmon, and the star of the game, that's going to be Heath Quick. So we say stick around, everybody.